everybody, welcome back to the Race 5 Smokehouse and Grill, and today we are making this amazing fish. We are doing salmon and redfish directly on the grate on the Weber Kettle. Let's go! We've been eating a ton of fish this summer. My wife loves salmon, not a big fan, but I do love some redfish. So we're gonna cook that up today, but you can see here, I have no fish in front of me right now. Why? Because we gotta go get this grill fired up and get the grill prepared to have the fish go on it, because that's just as important as anything you're gonna do to the fish here. So let's get over to the grill, show you how we're gonna set it up. That way we can come back and get the fish ready to go on. We're starting with some unlit lump charcoal. We're gonna fire that up, got a couple wax cubes in there, hit that with some fire. Gonna let this catch up, get some nice coals ashed over, and that'll take us to where we are now, which we got some nice flames, some nice orange under here. So let's get the grate on. Close that down. Now we wanna make sure we get this grate nice and hot. That's gonna aid in the fish not sticking to the grate as we're cooking it. So I wanna let this keep warming up. I wanna let the coals get hot. We're gonna be cooking probably about 450 degrees or so. So what I like to do is I'm just gonna close this down, leave it open a little bit, let that airflow go through. Now our grate's gonna get nice and hot. We're also gonna come back in a minute and oil it down. Let's go get that fish and show you how we prep the fish. We have our fish here. We have these in vacuum sealed packages. I did buy the redfish fresh, broke it down into several fillets, froze it, thawed it out just now. The salmon came pre-packaged frozen, so we gotta take them out of their packages. The reason why I'm showing you this will be clear here in a second. Now, when you saw me taking those out of the package, you probably noticed that they were wet. They had moisture on the surfaces, both front and back. You want to get that moisture off of the surface. If you keep that water on there, whatever moisture that is, it will lend to sticking on the grill later. So we want to get these fillets as dry as possible right now. So we're just going to take a piece of paper towel, dry everything off nice and gently so you're not hurting the fillet, but we're going to dry this off as much as we can. I'm actually going to throw a quick piece of paper towel down here, kind of let this dry out a little bit more before we season it. Again, you want to get that moisture off of there. You could actually let this sit in the fridge for a few hours, let that dry out even more, but just this quick pat, making sure that all that moisture off of there will be sufficient. So once these have dried after a couple minutes, go ahead, pull that off of those paper towels. Looking fantastic. Next step, we're gonna add some liquid back to it. Sounds crazy, but we're adding oil back to it. And the reason why we're adding oil, it's gonna provide a little bit of a barrier so it won't stick on the grill. Plus it's gonna give some good flavor and some good color. So I like starting with what's gonna be the first cooking side down. We're just gonna hit it with a drizzle of olive oil. And I am doing the skin side on the redfish. The salmon has no skin on it, so we don't have to worry about that. Especially with the salmon, get both sides. This tapers down to the skin, so you're not gonna need that. Now it's time to season these. I'm gonna flip this back over. I'm gonna hit it with our seasonings. Today we're using Paradise Pepper Company's Rock'n Chick'n and Real Valley Meats Perfecto. I've cooked these exact pieces of fish recently using the same combo, and it is amazing. Really gives a ton of flavor. And I am gonna season the backside that has the skin on it. I'm not sure if it's actually gonna penetrate or get through, but it's not gonna hurt. Flip it over and repeat. You don't need to go too heavy with this. You don't want to over salt it, but a nice layer is going to do you good. These seasonings smell amazing. Try to get all the sides covered if you can. These are seasoned up, looking and smelling great. Now let's get back over to the grill, check on how that grate's doing, see how far that flame's come up, and let's start oiling the grate so we can get these fish on sooner than later. Let's go. Let's open this up, see how we're looking. Beautiful, nice and red and ashed over. That fire is kicking. Now a good way to ensure nothing's gonna stick is you wanna get any residual off of there. So try giving it a clean as best you can. This grate is looking really, really nice and clean. Let's get some oil up that surface. I'm just gonna take a regular paper towel, kind of 3 or 4 paper towels with some, this is the Graza Super Sizzle high temp oil. Just gonna kind of saturate this up here. Let that soak in a little bit. And we're just gonna really oil this up. Gonna close it down for a second. And we're gonna let that oil kind of heat up, and I'm gonna do it one more time, make sure there's enough oil, because we're really trying to get these grates to be non-stick. The worst is when you're trying to cook fish and you go to scoop them, to flip them, and they're sticking and start pulling apart. So what we're doing right now is the prep work to ensure our fish comes out great. So let's go oil this up again and then get the fish on. Grates nice and rocket hot. Time to get this on. Again, we're cooking about 450 degrees. Let's get this fish on. I'm gonna start the redfish with the skin on, skin side down. And the salmon, I'm gonna put the thicker end here. You got the thinner and thicker end. We're gonna put the thicker end a little bit closer to the fire. Kind of bunch it up because that's how it's gonna cook. And that's also part of the reason we oiled the fish as well, because now we have a layer of oil on the grate and a layer of oil on the fish. That should give a molecular barrier in between the fish and the grate so that it does not stick. So let's close this up. Now it's cooking. So we're gonna let this cook for a few minutes, 4 or 5 minutes, come back and check on it. We don't wanna overcook it. We're gonna cook that salmon to about 130, 135, and the redfish roughly the same. We're gonna go to about 140, 145 before we pull it off. So we'll be back in a couple minutes when it is time to flip and move these around. We're right at about 5 minutes in. Let's go take a peek at the fish, see how we're doing, if it's ready to flip yet or not. Let's go look. There's 5 minutes in. You can see on the sides that it's starting to get that whitish look there. We know that's cooking there. Not ready to flip quite yet. We're gonna let it cook a little longer. So maybe another 4 or 5 minutes, and we're gonna come back, flip it over. We're gonna let these fish fillets do most of the cooking on one side, give it a quick flip to get a little bit of a sear mark on there, and to finish the cooking on top. So we'll be back in about 4 or 5 minutes. Check on them again. Another thing to talk about real quick is I did make a quick chimichurri to go with this. I used Frugoni's dried chimichurri mix. Stuff is great, super convenient, basically no waste at all, because if you're gonna make a fresh one, you're buying all these veggies, it costs an arm and a leg, and then you're gonna have a lot of waste. So we took the Frugoni's chimichurri mix, hit it with a little bit of red wine vinegar, basically equal parts. Get that nice and hydrated, let that sit for a couple minutes, and then add a couple parts of olive oil, and then we mix that all in, get that good and integrated. That is in the fridge right now, waiting to be put on top of this once we get eating. We'll be back when it's time to check on those fish. We're about another 5 minutes in, it's about 10 minutes total cook time. Let's go check on these. I'm gonna probe once for temp, see where we're at in the thickest part of the fish, maybe give it a flip depending on where that temp is. Let's go. These are coming along beautifully. The color on these are absolutely fantastic. Let's probe the salmon in the center here, thickest part, 106. Let's check the redfish here, about 125. I'm gonna flip the redfish first, since this is cooking quicker, which makes sense, it's a thinner cut. Let's check, make sure we're not sticking. Nice and easy, because we did the foil, we did the oil, and now we're gonna let it cook on the other side for a little bit. Salmon's gonna take a little bit longer. It is a little thicker. So let's close it up and let it keep cooking. Been another couple minutes. Let's go check that redfish. I do not want to overcook it, so let's go check. Yep, it is reading about 140, 137 to 142, dependent on where we are checking. Oh, and I just hit the salmon and jacked it all up. Oh well, such is life. Beautiful redfish, and I just crushed the salmon. Let's see if I could save this here. That's what you get, fat fingered it. Well, close enough. We're eating it anyway. Let's close it up, let it finish off. I'm gonna give this a quick flip around here, get underneath it. Check some temps. 130, 133, 134. So that's perfect. Normally I would flip it over to get some sear marks on it, but since I hit it with the spatula and kind of broke it up, I'm gonna do a little cheat here. I'm gonna sear it with a torch. Torch gave it some nice color there. Let's get this off so we can rest it. It's all gonna taste great. I'm gonna let this set up for a couple minutes, go get that chimichurri, see if I can talk my wife into taking a bite on camera. We'll be back when it's time to taste. Fish is all done. We've got special guest, Mrs. Racevice, ready to taste her salmon. I'm not a fan of salmon, I've said it before, but this salmon looks great. Redfish looks great. Go ahead, try a piece.
It's so good.
So good. Nice and juicy still. Perfectly tender.
I want to dig in. It's so good. So good.
Time to break into this redfish too here. Perfect. Still very moist and tender. Great grill flavor. Those seasonings are great. The fish is great. I'm gonna try a little bit with some chimichurri on here as well that we made earlier. Oh yeah, next level with that red wine vinegar. All the herbaceousness from everything that's in the chimichurri. You wanna come in here and say hi? Come here. Wanna try a bite of fish?
Wanna say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Hi everyone, my name is Fanny and I'm also part of the Race 5 family. Remember last time I made a chicken wings with my dad?
That's right, buddy. And we're gonna do some more videos later, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go eat dinner. This was fantastic. If you like what we did here, please hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, check me out on social media, and we will be talking to you all soon. Take care, everybody. Peace.
Peace out.
All right, take care, everybody.